Hi there, everybody. Say hi, Beanie.
Hi.
Excellent. Okay, we have a great audience ready for this celebration. Welcome, guys, to the first anniversary live stream for my short film, The Grover Guys. I know that you guys are fans of it, and you are really excited to hear that I'll be doing this 1 year anniversary stream to celebrate this accomplishment of mine. And and joining me on my channel once again is my co-star from the short, the voice of Beanie, as well as two other characters, uh, Kristen Frates. Say hi, Kristen.
Hello, everybody.
That's great. So as you can see here, the short is playing silently in the background, but there will be points where we will be talking about our favorite scenes, and I will share some fun facts, behind the scenes stuff regarding the Grover guys. And I also want to let you know if you guys have any questions for me and Kristen uh, per, pertaining to the Grover guys. I would highly recommend you leave them, and we would answer them at points during the stream. And super chat questions are highly encouraged as well. Oh, and yeah, I see somebody point out Animator 320, aka Matthew Wildermore. Because of the controversies that happened regarding him, I think it's best that he doesn't be a topic of discussion. So any other questions or comments regarding him will go unanswered. But we're just sticking to the positives here. So, is everybody ready? Kristen, ask them if everybody's ready.
Are you all ready?
Okay, and how about one more time? On the count of three, we do it together, okay? One,
One,
two, three.
two, three.
Are you ready?
Of course I am ready.
All right, great job, Beanie. I like that anticipation or excitement, I should say. So, Kristen, since you're my special guest, how about we talk about your contributions to this short film. In another tab, I have your demo reel, your voiceover demo reel, which has your all three of your roles that you voiced. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna be playing it for my audience.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, here it is.
Well, no one's asking you to smoke it.
Well, there's no way you can outsmoke my Uncle Bill.
Of course. Smart thinking.
One, two, three. Yay!
Though I would have preferred arriving outside of Dick's cabin so that we could make a dramatic entrance by kicking down the door or something. Alright, forget it. Yeah, I'm here, our sexy Henrietta. Okay.
Fine by us, Henry.
See you tomorrow.
Wait, why would a bulimic crocodile want to eat a pogo?
Well,
Okay, so those were all of the voices that Kristen did for my short, including the main one, Beanie. So, and I know the last time you were here, Kristen, you said that being a part of this short film was kind of a liberating experience. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. It helped me pursue my dreams.
Yeah, I'm happy that you're happy that I made you happy in that regard. And just to briefly talk about how I got you on board for this short film. Well, I was acquainted with your voice work of the impressions you do and upload to Instagram and YouTube. Excuse me. And I know that you are a budding voice actor, and you said it yourself that you're kind of a chameleon when it comes to doing voices, and I have to respect that. So that's how I got you on board to do those couple of voices.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And I also want to mention that when it came down to Beanie, I remember telling you just to do your kind of your natural speaking voice. Although on my end I had to pitch it down a little, and but you were still okay with that.
Yes.
Yeah. And as for Hades, I remember I mentioned this the last time you were here, but I told you to do sort of a General Scar impression, and I have to say that you really nailed it on that end.
Thanks. Armin
Yeah,
Shimmerman would be proud.
yeah. And for the bartender, I told you to do this gruff, almost masculine voice before once again I had to realize in the post-production that probably it was a little too masculine, so I had to pitch it up a bit. But once again, you were okay with that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and I want to ask you, Kristen, out of all of the characters in the Grover guys, which one is your favorite?
I would say Beanie because he was easier to do.
Yeah. With me, with the way I see Beanie, he's sort of the more innocent and quiet of the main three, and he also has sort of a preference for being slightly particular. Uh, yeah, that's what I'll have to say. The characters still require some more development, but I kind of picture it in that regard with Beanie. You know, just the quiet one. Like Mikey's the leader, and Beanie is, he's the sweet quiet one, and Dee Dee is the comic relief. And I have him wear a beanie as sort of a way to reflect on his kind of innocence. And to be fair, all three of the Grover guys like to interact with their or tap into their inner child. Like that's why pogo stick jumping is one of their favorite activities to do.
Dexter the Nostalgia Toonstar says, ask if he's ever met Frank Welker before.
Oh, uh, have you met before?
I have not met Frank Welker at all, but virtually I have met different voice actors like Richard Epcar, Josh Martin, Linda Young, and is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick, it is not an instrument.
That's great. Uh, um, I also want to ask you, Kristen, what's your favorite scenes in the entire short? Because we're gonna be playing them.
I like how they switch to the 1950s cartoon realm.
Oh yeah, that was technically a 1930s cartoon. Wait, let me bring up that scene. Okay, where they're doing the Deus Ex Machina snap.
Where the heck are we?
It reads, what's your favorite Hanna-Barbera cartoon from the 1970s from Dexter the Nostalgia
Let's
Tuner?
try again. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I'm not sure if the question's pertaining to me or to you, Kristen, but you could answer for yourself, Kristen.
I like a lot of different Hanna-Barbera cartoons like the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Scooby-Doo, and whatnot. I could do an impression of Scooby-Doo. Like, that's a good one. That's Shaggy.
Excellent. So yeah, and regarding your favorite scene, Kristen, where they teleported to this classic cartoon, this cartoon is actually from the 1930s. It's titled Balloon Land. It's in the public domain. It was directed by Disney Animator of iWorks, and I thought it was sort of this just a funny kind of non sequitur gag to do. Yeah,
Reminds me of a Homestar Runner scene.
really? Which one?
Have you watched Homestar Runner?
No, I haven't yet.
It's a web cartoon that is currently on YouTube. It's created by Matt and Mike Chapman, two brothers, from Atlanta, and one of the main characters is named Strongbad, and he likes checking emails. Dear Strongbad, it must be bothersome to have someone as whiny as Strongsad. Why don't you slip him some caffeine? From Justin Murfreesboro, Tekken. Even though it's Murfreesboro, Tennessee, he said TN as Tekken, like in the game series.
That's cool. Okay. Um, any other favorite scenes you like?
Well, I like the scene where Dick Dastardly yells, "Confound them to the pits of Hades!"
Yeah. His name is actually Dick Avery, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
That's another Hanna-Barbera cartoon character.
Yeah. Okay, we'll play that.
Confound them to the burning, stinking armpits of Hades! Well, no one's asking you to smell them.
And Dexter the Nostalgia Tuner said, which cartoon superhero's better? Hong Kong Phooey, Duckwing Duck, or Danny Phantom? I like all three of them because sometimes let's get dangerous, or you have to go ghost.
Cool.
Speaking of which, I sent the Game Grumps an old Nicktoons video game featuring SpongeBob and Danny Phantom called Nicktoons Battle for Volcano Island. It even has a cameo of Invader Zim's house in one of the final levels.
Interesting. Yeah, so in regards to Dirty Dick Avery, the main villain of the short, he was named after two people. He was named after Dick Wolf, who was the creator of Law and Order. Therefore, this whole character here is sort of a visual pun. And the second person was Tex Avery, an animation legend, because one of among his most famous cartoons include that Wolf, whether he be dealing with Droopy or lusting over Red Hot Riding Hood, and from that, that Wolf is also part of the basis of Dick Avery's design. Also, some inspiration from Pete from the Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Dexter asked me, can you do an impression of Dick Dastardly and or Muttley? Of course I can do one of Dick Dastardly.
And Idiot Box asks, what animation software do I use? For the Grover guys, I drew everything in Fire Alpaca, which is a free program. Currently, I don't use it as much as I used to, but I appreciate the time that was well spent with it back when I only had my mouse and not my drawn tablet. And I also use Photoshop for any finishing touches with the character models and the backgrounds and so forth. And I would I will insert everything in Adobe Premiere Pro and time them and lip sync and just keyframe everything. And that's how I get my final scenes.
Hey, somebody donated $2.
Yes, thank you, Moonchild. Thank you for the super sticker. Okay, if you don't mind, Kristen, I want to show you, I'll talk about one of my personal favorite scenes that I did.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So, I'm gonna play it right now.
Idiot Box asked what's with the lisp.
Hey,
I made him talk
there's
like
a big bowl
Sid
of
the
raisin bran
Sloth,
over by the
you know,
overheads.
as a tribute to John Leguizamo, because he liked my impression of his characters
is
like
that sunset
Glowbox
dipstick dog
and
yet?
Sid
Yeah,
the
do your
Sloth, and so I did that in
That's
return.
better, I guess.
That's cool. Okay, so with the scene that I played, one of my personal favorites to do, again, it's a kind of nonsensical and a silent example of how self-aware and fourth wall smashing the Grover guys is. It's the scene with the happy little son who's next to the villain's cabin, and the narrator tells him, "Hey, this you're not the most appropriate weather symbol to be around the villain's wear. So, there's a big bowl of raisin bran over by the orphanage." So he just tells the son to go away in favor of the rain cloud, and and there and he rains in just a single spot. Like he doesn't rain all around the sky, just in that one spot. So he was close to doing his job. Uh, and that was one of my favorite funny moments to do.
I was first introduced to fourth wall breaks thanks to The Emperor's New Groove. Hi, excuse me, 2 seconds here. I'm in the one the cart, remember? This story's about me, not him. Okay, we got that. Sorry to slow you down.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, The Emperor's New Groove is a top tier Disney movie, and it's gonna
My
be
Uncle
turned in.
Mike loved it because
Yeah,
he's a David Spade and Patrick Warburton fan.
that's great. And it's gonna be turned in 20 years old soon. And if Dexter the Nostalgia Toonster asks, if you worked as an animator in Hollywood for Cartoon Network, Disney, or Nickelodeon, what animated TV show would you create and why? Uh, I'll quickly say the Grover guys would make a good animated series. I've seen a couple of. I know that in general you guys really enjoyed the short and would like to see more of those characters, so I have been considering doing more story ideas with Mikey, Beanie, Dee Dee, and the rest of the characters. Of course, I'm not gonna give away any of those extra story ideas anytime soon, but yeah, I feel like the Grover guys do want some further development. Thank you for the question, Dexter. What would
Dexter
you?
asked me what inspired me to do impressions of various cartoon characters. Well, it goes a long way. When I was a kid, I watched Disney movies and different cartoons and play video games during the 2000s, and I was able to replicate voices like Elmer Fudd, for instance, or even Rayman. I'll stop you, Razorbeard.
And Dexter also asks, any favorite cartoon fourth wall jokes or breaks? You answer first,
I
Kristen.
would say any in Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and in The Emperor's New Groove because those are high quality.
Yes, I agree. And one of my favorite fourth wall breaks in the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy was in the episode with Fluffy Cat and Mandy's like,
Sassy Cat.
oh, Sassy Cat, right? Oh wait, no, that's a different character. I was talking about the episode. He's not my mascot, and in it, Mandy's like, "Oh great, another episode about pets," and then she just walks out of the TV frame, and Billy
She
is
says,
left.
I'm out of this cartoon.
Yeah, exactly. And Billy is just worrying what to do next, and Grim off screen is like, "I'm not in this scene, Billy. Just keep going." And that was a really, really, really good moment.
Not bad. And I'll
Yeah.
recite the infamous bit. Why do you insist we watch this stupid thing? Am I the only one who understands the complexity of this cinematically ambitious masterpiece? This movie isn't stupid! You're stupid! Oh, Billy!
Excellent. And Moonchild left us a question with a super chat. Thank you for that. And they asked, what was the most challenging part to do regarding the voiceover for the characters in Grover Guys?
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't have any problems per se, but
hmm
I like doing it, and I'm happy to be a part of this community.
Yeah. And as for me, I don't pursue voice acting as a big side of my career, but I know it was slightly challenging for me uh, with my fast talking and stuttering and slight mispronunciation of my words and how to enunciate them clearly. But I've been working on it for some of my videos and for some of my live streams as well.
Great job.
Yes. Okay. So, remember, if you guys have any questions regarding the Grover guys, please leave them. And for those who haven't seen it, I recommend you do. The link to the short is in the description. It's only 15 minutes, and we're gonna probably be here for no longer than an hour. So you could watch the short and come back here with any questions that you have. Okay. Uh, And Kristen, I want to ask, if tell me one more favorite scene that we could go over.
I would say the post-credit scene where they're talking about pogo sticks.
Yes. Okay, let's play that.
Japan!
I think it was towards the end.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, why would a bulimic crocodile want to eat a pogo stick?
Yeah, this scene is sort of a brick joke because you see, earlier on when Henrietta was trying to cover up the fact that she threw away her pogo stick when she was being lady napped by Dick Avery, she comes up with this why that a crocodile with an eating disorder ate the pogo stick, so she has to take a cheap taxi cab to drive home. And at first, the Grover guys they buy it, only until much later on they realize, what? Why would a bulimic crocodile want to eat a pogo stick? Yeah, I thought that was a funny moment.
You serious? That's Steve Joe Jameson.
Yeah. Oh, Boo Skunk Guy asks, so Henrietta actually had a spare pogo stick at the end? What happened? Well, basically, truth be told, Henrietta doesn't really like pogo stick jumping with the Grover guys, because if you look back at one of the scenes where she gets stuck in the mud, uh, she was saying, she was ranting to herself about how she told the guys that pogo stick jumping wasn't her thing, but she only does it just, because she's their friend. And she thought that she might have to use the spare pogo stick for whatever reason, but because of this bad experience with her being stuck in the mud and then just being lady napped by Dick Avery, she was like, screw it. I'm not gonna bother use the spare pogo stick. Wait, actually, I think I should say that in Henrietta's voice. Screw it. I'm not gonna bother use the spare pogo stick. Yeah, so there's that. And Dexter mentions how the sound effects that I use are different Hanna-Barbera sound effects. Yes, that's true. It's not only Hanna-Barbera sound effects, it's also Warner Bros. Sound effects and also from Toon Tracks as well. They're all in the public domain and they were all found on the Internet Archive. I downloaded all of the folders, all of the libraries with those amazing amazing sound effects. And I must mention how the sound mixing was one of my favorite parts, and I have to acknowledge that the cartoons by Maxwell Adams, they have really good sound mixing. It's not really praised enough. So the sound design on those shows are kind of a heavy influence on the sound mixing for the Grover guys. I especially like that one bassoon sound effect. Uh, you know, right before the Grover guys say, "Fine by us, Henry."
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. And why did the guy gag when Dick said repugnant? Oh, that was a reference to Pinky and the Brain, the episode TV or Not TV. Uh, if you've seen it, I forgot all of the plot details, but uh, yeah. Oh, you've seen that episode, right, Kristen?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, but yeah, uh, repugnant is a word that the brain would use, and it was also sort of a trigger word for this one guy. The first time he hears it, he's in pain, but the second time it's said, it's he's kind of calm. You'd have to watch that episode. It's from the first season. It's really good. So yeah, that's a reference to that. Thank you for answering that question, Idiot Box. And Jasmine Green asks, are you gonna do a part two to the Grover guys? Oh yeah, like I said earlier, I would like to revisit these characters. Hang on, I'm just gonna have this play in the background. Yeah, I would like to revisit these characters. I have a couple of ideas for the main characters. Again, I'm not gonna spoil them, but I would like to, just like to flesh out the characters more. So stay tuned in sometime in the future. Okay, anything else you want to say, Kristen, regarding the sword?
Um, I really like the short in that I'm glad to be a part of it, and I believe it'll help boost my career. And Super Khalib Logan says Joseph Joestar's infamous quote,
Oh my god!
Yes.
that's Richard Epcar's voice. I'm gonna be part of a class that he's headed online.
Hmm. Good for you. And Ryan and Moonchild says Ryan Widow's music was used in the background. It goes with the scene. Yeah, Ryan Widow, if you don't know, he's an independent hip hop music producer who does beats that are royalty free. You're free to use them in your videos, so as long as you give him credit. And I thought it'll be sort of a nice a nice sort of a nice flavor to the short, instead of using sort of an orchestrational piece, like in the classic Warner Brothers cartoons. Yeah, I felt like I experimented with something different by using Ryan's tracks, and I did make sure that the short that the tracks that I choose go with each scene,
As you can see, I have a sticker of Majin Buu over there. Fat Buu.
right? That's cool.
And I'm great friends with his voice actor, Josh Martin.
Excellent. And Dexter then sells Toonster asks, what music did I use in the Grover Guys? Oh, like I mentioned, I mostly use tracks from Ryan Widow. And in fact, I should probably do a playlist of all of the songs that were used in the short and share them. Yeah. Say, Kristen, I was wondering, I remember I sent you an honorary, a complimentary T-shirt of the Grover guys. I was wondering, if you have it.
I'll go check.
Okay. You don't have to put it on, but you could show it to us. Okay. Super John asks, what videos are on the TV? that are playing. Oh,
I
oh,
found
doing
it.
the question. Ah, there we go. Excellent. Yeah, and I know you are happy to receive that sword, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you're actually putting it on. Good. I appreciate that, Kristen.
Thanks.
Yeah. And if you like to buy that shirt, you could go to smileycomforts.ca. The link to that is in the description, and that shirt is in the men's section.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so Super John asks about which videos were playing on Dick Avery's TV, like before he retracted that message. Oh yeah, most of those are screenshots of some of my really, really old videos, like made during my first year on my YouTube channel, like 2014. And I don't look back on a lot of those videos kindly, but that gets kind of natural for you improve at some point later in your life, and then you go back to your first stuff, and then you cringe at yourself and like, uh. So yeah, I included those, and before it went up to that parody of Patty the Pelican, who was just rambling on. Okay, and Moonchild says the shirt looks good on you, Christian.
Tell her thank you.
Yes, thank you, Moonchild.
And Blue Skunk Guy 2020 says, can't stop watching 1249 over again. Why do you do good at voices? It's a gift, actually. I do a lot of voiceover videos on different social media profiles. And Idiot Box said, what inspired the creation of Henria Horvitz? It's an alliteration and it shares the last name of Richard Horvitz. You know, are you stinking filming us right now?
Yes, and I'll tell you that the design of Henrietta, she was actually inspired by how Major Dr. Ghastly looked in the Evil Concarne episode, Jealousy, Jealous Do, when she has her hair down and wearing that fancy black dress, sort of to impress Hector. And knowing how you're an Evil Concarne fan like me, Kristen, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I want to design a character based on that look and made her sort of well, my sort of like a pinup girl, a flirtatious kind of girl, you know. And I also made sure that she knows how to fight as well. Like she don't take no crap from any wolfman. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. And okay. So, Kristen, do you have any questions for me regarding the Grover guys that's making?
Well, what inspired you to create this cartoon? I see a lot of Looney Tunes flair.
Yes, this short was specifically inspired by the Dover Boys, which was a very revolutionary short by Chuck Jones in terms of how stylized it is and its humor and everything. I was watching a video talking about the Dover Boys and its and how influential its style was, and I also did from there, I did my first sketch of the Grover guys. In fact, if you like, I'll show it right now. Uh, you might not see it yet on your
Thanks.
side, Chris said, but I'm sure my viewers would. So yeah, this is my first sketch of the Grover guys, done on August 9th, 2018, and you can see that they each have this was just based on the principle of creating different characters with different shapes and silhouettes. And what inspired me to make it as a short? Well, I thought that it was the beginning of fall of 2018, and I was thinking to myself that I've been improving with my craft, with my animation art, to a point where probably I should try out making a short film using all of the skills that I've been teaching myself for a few years now. And overall, making this short was a fun challenge. I enjoyed designing it and animating it and all of that stuff. And thus far, it's one of my biggest accomplishments, and I look forward to making something that's even better. Thank you for asking me that question, Christian.
You're welcome.
Yeah, okay. And Dexter the Celta Tutor asks, what's it like being on YouTube? Oh, I'll have you answer regarding your YouTube channel, Kristen.
Well, it's like being on YouTube. I like making people laugh and I like encouraging them to be voice actors and creative professionals. And as you can see by my icon, I am a fan slash friend of Richard Epcar, who is the voice of the Joker in various games such as Injustice, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, and recently Mortal Kombat 11, whom he also voices Raiden in that, and Injustice 2 and Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe.
Good. Oh, and before I give my answer, just remember, if you guys have any questions regarding the Grover guys, if you're just joining in, please leave your questions down in the chat, and we'll be happy to answer them. So for me, what's it like being on YouTube? Uh, I share a similar opinion as Kristen. I enjoy executing my skills and I enjoy entertaining you guys and making you guys laugh and making you guys think and making you guys, ask me questions and so forth. I just enjoy creating stuff to entertain not just myself but also an audience. And I know that I have I have the chance of getting better and better. The more that I practice, the more that I do the stuff that I have the strong belief that I'll get even better than how I am now. So thank you for your question, Dexter the Zelda Toonster, and thank you for the super sticker Moonchild. And
And Dexter asked us, what's your favorite Scooby-Doo movie or TV show? My favorite of the live action movies are both Spooky Island and Monsters Unleashed. And I like all the cartoons.
for me, I like Mystery Incorporated. It's the most complex of the series and the most intense as well. And as for the movies, I won't say that I have a favorite. I guess I'll say Alien Invaders was enjoyable, as well as Zombie Island. And Kristen, have you heard that Maxwell Adams is gonna be directing a new Scooby-Doo movie for Halloween this year?
Yes, I saw the preview for it, and it has Scarecrow, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Yeah. And Joey asks, any other characters you plan for your next episode, or any other focus-themed episodes on one of the Grover guys? Again, I'm not gonna give too much, but yes, I'm definitely considering doing shorts that explore these characters more. Uh, Not just the Grover guys themselves, but also Henrietta and even the delivery snail as well. They're just that fun to work with. And
Jasmine asked me, what is my most enjoyable voiceover? I personally like all of them, but when it comes to characters with distinct voices, like Brandon Rogers, for instance, I'm making copies. Move.
yeah, and Jasmine also asked me, what's my most enjoyable character sketch that I did for my original work? Well, I'll say, when it comes to the Grover guys, my favorite character to animate is probably Dick Avery because of how overall he's this hammy over the top villain. So I really I really was having a good relationship with the animation principle of exaggeration with Dick Avery's movements, as you could see in the footage that's playing.
And he's like, "Confound them to the pits of Hades!"
Yes, exactly. Uh, Blue Skunk Guy asks, who's your favorite animator? I'll have you answer first, Kristen.
I would say one of my favorite animators is Vivian Madrano for Hazbin Hotel and Shell of a Boss, dudes! No kidding. Hell of a Boss, and she's good at animating, and I appreciate her style and everything that she can cater animation to both family-friendly audiences and adult-friendly audiences.
Yeah, and my favorite animator is I have several. I appreciate Walt Disney, and really appreciate Chuck Jones as well, and Bob Clampett, and just many of the Warner Brothers directors. Uh, so many that I like. Who else? Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob, I admire, and also Bruce W. Smith, and Richard Williams, and I also really appreciate Joanna Davidovich, who was a guest on my channel. You can check that interview out whenever you could. And I know you watched it, Christian, and you asked her who was her favorite animator.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Dexter asked me favorite voice celebrity, and I would say the ones that I'm friends with, such as Richard Epcar or Josh Martin. If you don't know, Richard Epcar voiced Raiden in Mortal Kombat, the Joker, and in Batman games. He voiced Mr. Noisy in the Mr. Men show, Ansem from Kingdom Hearts, and various others, such as Joseph Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Bo, Super Fist of a Nose Hair.
Good.
If
And
you love wacky cartoons, I suggest watching Bo dubbed.
okay, yeah, have seen images of it. I should check it out sometime.
My
Uh,
pal Richard Epcar rejected it multiple times because he thought it was too silly, but he got to voice the character because the producers persuaded him.
yeah. And Idiot Box asks, was it difficult to animate? Yeah, I'll admit that there were some. It was kind of challenging to animate the Grover guys overall in some aspects, and I'll admit I kind of cheated in some respects, especially with the Pogo jumping. As one of my followers point out, it's mostly a static image, that's bouncing. Yeah, I'll admit my laziness on my end. I know overall it's supposed to emulate the limited animation style of stuff like the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, as well as, most importantly, the Dover Boys. Uh, Once again, when I explore more with these characters, I'm gonna make sure that the animation quality is more of an upgrade than it was in the original sort. But yeah, overall, it was a challenge in some respects. In fact, if you don't mind, I'm probably look for one scene that was particularly hard to animate. Uh,
I made
Meanwhile,
an IMDb page for this cartoon.
I know, and also a TV tropes page, which lists all of the tropes and cliches that are associated with the sort, and the link to the sort is included in the description of that TV tropes article.
Hmm?
Yeah. Uh, Dexter, I think he's asking you, do you cosplay as any cartoon characters for a comic convention?
Well, to be fair, Dexter, no, because I prefer being eclectic and being myself. For example, a lot of people don't like the Fantastic Four movies starring Jessica Alba when you compare to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies or the Wolverine movies starring Hugh Jackman, and not a lot of people bring them up nowadays.
Yeah. As for me, I never cosplay either at comic convention. The closest thing that I did was wear a Sorcerer Mickey Mouse hat to one of the comic conventions that I went to.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so what? Let me see if there's another question I could answer. Uh, Moonchild asks about the link. I think she's referring to the link to the TV tropes page. Is that correct? Or the IMDb page? Probably I could
Well,
link them to both, or you could, Kristen, if you'd like.
I'm gonna find it right now.
Okay. In the meantime, yeah, I'll admit this Wong Pan is one of the challenging scenes to do because I have
It
to
says,
keep Henry.
"Oops, remove any web addresses and try again."
Oh, okay. Probably. Don't worry yourself about it. Probably I could find it. That's for TV tropes page, right?
Yes, in IMDb, I can't put them on because they're URLs.
Oh, okay. Oh, don't worry about it. Probably I'll share it later on after this live stream. Okay. Let's see. Favorite animation creator for a TV show. I'll have you answer first, Kristen.
Um, I would say my favorite animation character creator for a TV show. I like Gendy Tartakovsky because he knows his style of animation well, such as 2003 Clone Wars, Samurai Jack, Primal, Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah. And for me, there's several. I mentioned Steven Hillenburg already. Also Matt Groening and Seth MacFarlane. And just so many. And Maxwell Adams as well. Just so many great creators.
You'll not believe this, but my Aunt Cheryl knows a friend who who is probably related to Seth MacFarlane.
Really?
My Aunt Cheryl, yes.
Yeah. Oh, Moonchild wants to know about the difficult scene. Okay. Yeah. So I was saying how this Wong Pan is was kind of challenging for me because the movement of the background was uh was keyframed uh to zoom out and then to zoom or pan to the left here. And I also had to make sure that Henrietta is in place. This was before I had After Effects where I could easily do a composition without having a very slight in motion. Like I was trying my best to not have it see like Henrietta's slided in place. So yeah, that was one difficult scene that I did. Thank you for bringing that up, Moonchild. Oh,
Fox Pixar Media says weirder than Airplane. I haven't seen it, but I've seen The Naked Gun and its sequels.
yeah, I haven't seen those films either. Okay, um, let's see here. Uh, Super John 20, 2005 says when you get real good at animation, you should combine 2D characters and 3D environments for future animations, giving them a parappa the rapper feel to them. Yeah. Oh, although you can see with the Grover Guides itself, I have done some mixing of 2D and 3D. The most prominent example is with the Grover Guides hopping on the hill, with the the hill was animated as this big spear in Blender, and in Premiere Pro I added a text a sort of a texture to it, and I also added the texture mapping on Blender, and on Premiere Pro I added the to make it look like it's grass, I added an effect. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, that's how I got this example of 2D and 3D animation blended together to come along.
One of my favorite examples of 2D and 3D animation is when it happens to be DreamWorks traditionally animated movies like The Prince of Egypt, The Road to El Dorado, Spirit, and Sinbad. Because when it comes to the gold in The Road to El Dorado, it looks like gold rather than just yellow metal. And that the boat and water had to be animated so beautifully.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, we're probably gonna we're probably gonna wrap up in probably 9 minutes. Is there any other scene from the Grover guys you'd like me to show everybody, Kristen, before we wrap up?
No thanks.
Oh, okay. I'm going to be see if there's any questions that I missed. Okay. And any favorite characters from Scooby-Doo? I'll have you answer Kristen first.
Well, I like all of the Mystery Inc. gang, and I like some of the villains like the Tar Monster, the Skeleton Men, the Pterodactyl Ghost, and they all appeared in Monsters Unleashed, which was a great job for James Gunn to do that.
Yeah. I'll say my favorite is Scooby himself. He's just a charming mascot for the Mystery Inc. gang. And um, let's see. Super John 2005 says that you'd like to see me pitch my animation to Netflix. Yeah, that does sound like a good idea. Or it does have to be Netflix. It could be some other streaming service or network. Uh, what would you say? What would you say, Kristen?
I would go with that route,
Yeah,
and and if it's Disney approved, then we could have it on either Disney Plus or Hulu.
yeah. Okay. Well, Joey says that he's gonna be going soon, but it was nice to be a part of this 1 year anniversary special. Okay, take care, Joey. And yeah,
Bye, Joey.
yeah, and yeah. If you guys have any more questions, uh, so we've them here before we wrap up. And I know you've been enjoying your time here, Kristen.
Thank you.
Yes, and and Jasmine says that I have mad talent. Thank you. And Kristen has mad talent on the voiceover side of things.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, Let me see if there's any questions or comments that I missed. Okay. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh, I'm not sure if I answered this yet, but Joey asked, my next project outside of the Grover guys. Well, I'm gonna be making 30 Nicktoon Doodles, which is a spiritual successor to my 25 Cartoon Network Doodles that was done for their 25th anniversary in 2017. And it still remains one of my most popular videos, so that's one project that I'm working on for YouTube. I'll share some more details on it soon, very soon, so be on the lookout for that. I plan on releasing it in the fall.
Which character are you excited to draw for your doodle?
Uh, which character I'm excited to draw? Well, I'm not gonna give away too much, but I'm halfway with the list, and I'm halfway done with drawing the uh, I'm halfway done with the doodles, and I'm I can't wait to draw the welcome to the way characters. Uh, I'm not gonna spoil what exactly they're gonna be doing, but when it comes
My
out,
friend Carrie Beans voiced one of the characters.
what was that?
One of my friends, Carrie Means, voices the bishop in Welcome to the Wayne.
I know. That's cool. Like I know that all three of the main Aqua Teen Hunger Force actors are in that show, which is amusing.
Yeah, and I taste like chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Shake power activate.
And Moonchild asks, Kristen, would you do voiceover for part two of the Grover guys? Like have if I ever make some sort of sequel to Grover guys that requires Beanie to say something, if you'd be down for reprising your role.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I know, like you said yourself, it's been a liberating experience for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So before we wrap up, I just want to, as a sort of an extra treat, this might be for next stream, but I would like to draw one of the characters from the Grover guys, just as an extension of this celebration. Uh, so I'm gonna have you guys vote for which characters you'd like me to draw. In fact, uh, if you like, I will pull up the mall seed of the characters and show them which of these characters you like me to doodle, uh, either for a speed paint or next live stream. Which one would you pick, Kristen?
I suggest Jenny Wakeman because I'm voicing for the My Life as a Teenage Robot Rebooted fan project.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Kristen. I didn't get that. What'd you say?
I said Jenny Wakeman because I'm voicing for the MLAATR Rebooted fan project.
That's cool. Okay. Yeah, so I see one comment for Dee Dee. Okay, that's one vote. I'll create a poll for the I'll create a poll for which characters you'd like me to draw. Okay.
This will be exciting, Beanie.
That's a great impression of Dee Dee there, Kristen. Good job.
Thanks. I don't mind being the replacement.
Yeah, yeah, probably would consider it. Okay, so we're gonna be wrapping up now. And I want to thank Christina for participating in this live stream celebration, as well as for overall being supportive and for contributing to the Grover guys.
Thank you.
Yes, I know it's been an honor for you. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. And before you go, I know you mentioned a fan project that you're voicing, that you're taking part in, but is there anything else you'd like to plug?
No. I'm just glad to be part of the Grover guys and any other voiceover project, and I'm excited for attending a class headed by Richard Epcar.
Yes. And I also like to mention how the Grover Guys overall is one of my first collaborative efforts. It's not just me doing the work, it's also the voice acting like you.
Mm,
Yes, and it was nice having you volunteer to do the voices, Kristen.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to be wrapping up now. Thank you once again for being here, Kristen. You take care now.
Same to you.
Yes. Good night.
Good night.
Okay, so that was a fun discussion that we have here, that we had with between me and my co-star. I'd like to thank you guys for your time well spent listening to me and Kristen share some fun facts about the Grover guys. And once again, I'm gonna be putting up a poll for which character from the short you'd like me to draw uh, for a live stream or something like that. Okay. Good night, Blue Skunk guy. Good night, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I'm sure you have. Thank you guys for watching and for asking all of the questions. And stay tuned for the next one. And thank you for your support of the Grover guys sort as well, and your overall interest in it. Thank you guys so much. Take care.